Hello, I'm the Riverbank Witch, also known as Wendy Steele and Wendy Woo author. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all over, and you can find all my books listed on my Amazon author page. So today I'm going to be reading to you just 5 minutes from the beginning of another of my books. This time it's the second book in the Lilith trilogy called Wrath of Angels. So remember, just 5 minutes. The first fabulous 5 minutes, giving you the opportunity to see whether this is a book that you'd like to buy. Enjoy. Wrath of Angels. Ride with me. Together we will cross the abyss. Lilith, the dark goddess. Chapter 1. June. Angel stood in a circle of salt, energy humming around her as she grounded herself in the earth and lifted her conscious thought to the forces around her. Her love for her world, her friends and her man flowed through her fingertips as she lifted her mind from the physical plane to the astral plane and called upon Thoth to open the doorway. Though her body remained standing in the glade at the bottom of the garden, designed by Aidan for their country home, Angel's mind and senses left her. Once on the astral plane, her senses reawakened, and she felt as if her physical body were there too. Thoth examined her intent, as he did with all those who sought to enter the astral plane. His ibis beak sparkled in the starlight, the lunar disc and crescent glowing on his head as he welcomed her to the path as a doorkeeper, reassuring her of his duty to protect her. With the angel Raphael's green cloak about her shoulders, she climbed the golden steps to the temple, glimpsing lines of carved pillars visible within as she passed through the portico. Silver starlight warmed to honey as the air in the temple pulsed with fire energy. Frankincense, cinnamon and Egyptian kefi soothed Angel's mind, and as she walked between the towering pillars, the symbols depicted lulled her thoughts until she walked, as in sleep, to the altar. Light shone through the vast stained glass window, illuminating Angel's heart with the image of creation. In the high-backed wooden chair before it sat the sun god Ra, the creator, great father, god of magic, prosperity, destiny and truth. He looked down upon Angel, bathing her in his golden smile, and she knew she stood at the central point of existence, the point of transmutation between the planes of force and form. She fell to her knees as the honey light turned to amber, then orange, turning around her, sparking and crackling as it spun. Figures appeared before her, distant yet close enough to touch, visible yet cloaked from her, tangible yet elusive. She shut her eyes and the force of each figure resonated through her body. To her left hand, she felt might and strength, justice and severity, and she caught glimpses of armed warriors flexing cold steel and commanding their minions. To her right hand, the weight of majesty, mercy and pity fell upon her shoulders as the benevolent Brahma and Osiris opened themselves to her scrutiny. Higher on her right, the crushing responsibility of wisdom, supernal faith and the ideas of spiritual force before creation pierced her brain, and she cried out in agony, turning her mind away until she was overcome by the power of faith and the magnificent presence of the Great Mother and Dark Sterile Mother. In front of her, beyond her, and within her, the enormity of everything reverberated the neural pathways in Angel's brain, swinging her from surety to doubt, understanding to ignorance, until searing white light shone from her eyes and she screamed, clasping her arms around her as she knelt. The thick prickly wool of the cloak on her fingertips awakened her, and Ra's warning came into her mind. You've reached the sun, the central point, the beginning of life, and I say to you, do not journey further. Dwell in Tiferet and honour her codes. Learn from her beauty and harmony. Recoup your energy and abide within these golden walls until you're healed. Before you venture further up the tree, complete the magical triangle, Angel, for I know your true destination, and without the gifts of Hod and Netzach, you will be destroyed. Angel's impatience rose to her throat, and she angrily gulped it back. relaxing her shoulders and trying to accept what she knew to be best for her. But Lilith, the dark goddess, energized Angel, urging her to strive forward. Angel knew it was time to rest, not climb on up the tree of life without the knowledge and strength she needed to complete the whole journey. Life was good. Business was good. She had love in her life. Now was the time to be patient. She knew she needed time to explore the tree's trunk before she climbed into its green and verdant branches high in the air above the earth, and she quelled Lilith's insistence to strive further. Angel's pain subsided, and as the sweet yellow warmth of healing surrounded her, so did the beautiful gods, the human sons, the nature gods, the sun gods, sacrificed and reborn as above and so below. Krishna, dark and seductive, calmed her with music from the sitar on his knee, while Adonis smiled and soothed her, showering her with light kisses. Dionysus stroked her hair and held a goblet of wine for her to sup, while Lu, white stag at his side, smiled as he twisted metal into a golden torque for her to wear. Stretched out on a bed of goose down, Angel accepted the beauty around her and drifted into a healing sleep. Chilled fingertips and toes roused Angel from her magical rest. She thanked her guest, closed the circle, and with a contented heart scampered up the tiers of steps beneath the twinkling stars to Aiden's warm and loving arms. So there you have it, the beginning of Wrath of Angels. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope it will prompt you to consider purchasing the book for yourselves. Until the next time, it's bye-bye from my Welsh riverbank, and I hope to see you very soon. Goodbye.